this opportunity, but it requires a video. It's with Fedsim, and we need to, instead of a normal orals presentation, we have to capture the orals and submit a video. I said, okay, of course, the government's been moving much more in that direction. Well, but you don't understand. I mean, the client's saying to me, do we have to have Hollywood level production and so forth? And as this person is saying this to me, I've got to admit my mind was wandering where I'm thinking Hollywood level production and Indiana Jones running out of a cave and that giant boulder chasing him, except in this case, it's a giant RFP from Fedsim, all of this paper wrapped and wadded and band-aided and all this stuff. Now, unfortunately, I've probably let you in on how my warped thinking occurs, and that's probably something that's unforgivable. But with that said, I open up with that story because the government is moving more and more to these videos. And there's three things that we really want to keep in mind when we put together a video for the government, a video orals presentation. Remember, everything that you do in any speaking engagement is a conversation. Right now, we're having a conversation. You may not be speaking back, but I can see if you nod, I can see if you shake your head, sigh, laugh, and I can adjust my style. You will not have that luxury when you're doing your government video orals presentation. So because this is a conversation, you need to make sure that, bam, you start right off with a strong opening. So the first of the 3 points is have a strong opening, do something different, take them by surprise. It's a mistake to go through the normal boilerplate. We're X and X firm, here's how many people we have, all of this throat clearing. Scrap that. Start strong, whether it's a story from the field, whether it's an animation or a graphic that shows the existing problem and the transition to an end state, a new type of system the government's after. Whatever it is, make sure that you catch them right from the beginning. Because today, conversationally, your evaluators can get bored very quickly and you won't know. So you want to have that very strong opening. Second point, this is a conversation. So is the video. The more natural, the more authentic you can be, the better. So, what do I mean by that? If you can avoid using the teleprompter, get rid of it. Because a lot of people are not trained on a teleprompter, and it shows. So in doing that, the more natural, the more we can be conversational, the better. It is a mistake to think that I can just show up and put this on a teleprompter, and no worries at all. Without practice on a teleprompter, it looks poor. You can see the eyes moving back and forth. People oftentimes are rigid. So do a lot of rehearsal, and frankly, I recommend get off that teleprompter. Practice what you want to say, rehearse the points that you want to cover. That's the best way. But if you can't do that, practice using your rehearsal. The practices make the words, make your points become much more natural. So that's point 2. The last point that I want to talk about in this video, in this conversation we're having with the government, is when we use things like slides with graphics or animations or an embedded video, make sure that they're crisp and they're tight, that you're informing the government of a core idea. So often I see graphics and animation and all of these things wrapped in. Again, it reminds me of the beginning of that large ball that's chasing Indiana Jones, all of these different papers and things jumbled up. They don't make sense. The whole thing that you're doing, you're not selling the government. Instead, what you're doing is you're offering to them, you're demonstrating to them that you understand their challenges and that you have a variety of solutions. And you're using these tools in this Fedsim video, whether they're graphic slides or so forth, to show your ideas to them crisply, to show them how you can solve their problems. Remember, you're informing them of that. So those are just a few things to remember. 3 things to remember to have a strong, winning video, whether it's Fedsim or another government orals.